This is oh man. Oh man, I got nervous. Holy shit. This is No Singles, a podcast where we discuss albums from front to back in an attempt to promote comprehensive album listening. My name is JR.
I'm Nate.
And for this week, we have two very different albums for you.
Yeah.
We have Les Paul.
Galloping Guitars.
Actually, Les Paul and his trio.
Les Paul and his trio.
Different than his solo stuff. Yeah. Galloping Guitars and Valentine by Tom Waits.
Yeah.
And I picked Les Paul this week. This week Nate has songs of Tom Waits.
Yeah, which this is the album that I don't know.
Right. I know this one.
And he knows Galloping Guitars.
Like the back of my hand.
I don't know either. I'm going in blind on both of these albums.
I'll hold your hand. Don't be scared.
I know one song of the Tom Waits one ahead of time.
I had never heard any of Tom Waits' music before. He's interesting as hell.
Yeah. He's got that croaky voice.
Bring us in, Nate. Like, what the hell? What's your relationship to Tom Waits? Like, why did you pick this album?
It's one of the songs on the album, so when we get to it, I'll tell you. But Tom Waits is a little off the beaten path, but he's also like a musician's musician, sort of. Uh-huh. I know a lot of people who, like, if they're into art, you know, and they're like, he's in a lot of movies too. He's been an actor in a lot of films. And if like somebody's like really into arts, and like maybe they want to be a little pretentious sometimes too, and like have like a deep dive, they know about Tom Waits.
You know, Tom Waits is just a visionary man.
Yeah. Tom Waits changed my life. Yeah. But I've always been intrigued by him. He's got a look that he has cultivated. He's got a sound that nobody else has. He like scrounged, you know, and like really like played music in bars and stuff for years to like get his career going and be in a place where he's like notable, and to do it in the style that he does it and be successful. I'm like,
it's badass.
That's badass. It's like really
takes hard work.
No matter what people may think of him, he stuck to the sound that he has.
Mm-hmm. That's the point. You know. So this came out in 1978, right?
This came out in 78.
Asylum Records.
Came out with Asylum Records. Mm-hmm. His previous album had been Foreign Affairs. Didn't do especially well at the time, but in retrospect, like revisiting it, a lot of people like it better. That's somewhat how Blue Valentine winds up going over too. Waits, in an interview, joked he writes two kinds of songs: Grim Reapers and Grand Weepers.
Wow, what a quote! Oh my god.
Yeah.
Cool.
He the same year that this comes out, he appears in Sylvester Stallone's movie Paradise Alley, and he even wrote some of the music for it. He started performing at age 19, playing in strip clubs and like.
He has a very burlesque sound.
Dingy bars. Yeah, he does.
You know?
Yeah. He started janitorial work at a strip club at the age of 14.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Where's he from? Wow. Pomona, California.
Yeah. Yeah, he played in New York for a time, but he's surprisingly a pretty California-based musician.
Interesting.
He met his manager who was out of work at a strip club that he was playing at. And he said that playing at strip clubs is like kind of soul-sucking because nobody would notice him playing and stuff. And you just go up there, you play like 5 songs, nobody really cares.
You're not there for the music.
And you're trying to create art and they don't care. And his manager was just like, had nobody at the time that he was representing. And they met there and it worked.
Interesting beginnings.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And then, you know, he's got this like croaky voice. And he said, I don't know if this is a joke or not. He based his voice off Moms Mabley, who was this,
I don't know who that is.
She was this black comedian who kind of blew up in the 70s. She has kind of a raspy voice. But then he said it was also Rod Serling, who was the guy who hosted The Twilight Zone back in like the 60s.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
He said he based his voice off two of them. I don't know where you get that combination from.
Isn't The Twilight Zone, he's like, there's a man, and he talks like this.
Yeah.
And it's like a very scary situation.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, right?
The Twilight Zone. Yeah.
Not, this is the Twilight Zone.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So I kind of wonder if he's just joking around. When
He's probably just throwing us for a ride, you know?
Oh, I was listening to an NPR interview with him from the 70s.
Cool.
And they're like, oh, you know, most vocalists need to like really warm up their voice. And for you, like, what do you do? Because it's so, people don't want to hurt their voice, but you're already there in your song. So what do you do? And as he's telling them, like, he doesn't really do much, you can hear him lighting a cigarette. And then he goes like, yeah, can I get another cup of coffee? So give me some more coffee, that'd be great. And you can hear this mug being set down on the table.
Oh, that's great, dude. That's great.
Yeah.
Cigarettes will do wonders for your voice in a certain way.
And then he was touring a ton in the 70s to make money and stuff off of the albums they had, just keep everything going. And he has a huge fan base in Japan. He toured all through Japan in the 70s.
You know what? I'm not surprised at all about that because my old roommate used to go to Japan all the time.
Yeah.
They have such a fascinatingly
an eclectic taste.
Eclectic niches for certain types of music. Currently, right now, there's a park there where a bunch of older Japanese men, 50s, 60s, gather in jean outfits, leather jackets, pompadours, and they play rockabilly. And they get drunk in this park and dance to rockabilly music. It is incredible. Cool. It's so cool. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But that's just, it's interesting.
Before we even break into the album, dude, the album artwork.
We finally remembered to do it at the beginning. Dude, it's a very interesting photo of this guy, man.
I really like the album artwork. It's just very, blue Valentine, and then just him.
I'm looking it up now. Yeah, dude, he looks very blue. Seriously.
Have you seen the back of the album artwork?
Oh, dude, this is so sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's really cool. It's Ricky Lee Jones.
I don't know who that is.
She's a musician. She's on the back cover with him.
Cool.
At the car.
It's very sensual.
Yeah, it is.
The spray paint on the car is excellent too.
Yeah, it's a very visual album cover and back. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's a spray painted car that says Blue Valentine on it.
Like stenciled
lights that say open 24 hours. Yeah, stenciled.
Cool.
Yeah. Against that, there's like a yellow parking booth that they're standing against.
Yeah, and it says like open 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's cool. Where is that taken?
California. I think it was nearby the studio they recorded at.
Nice.
And let's see. He also, just a couple more things. He said he lives behind a hotel in California. And in the interview on NPR, he gives his crossroads. Like, he says where he lives. Yeah.
Really?
It says he listens to people blasting Barry White albums all night long. The album was recorded to a 2-track tape.
2-track?
Yeah, 2-track, yeah. In Filmways Hyder Studios in Hollywood. Bones Howe was the producer on the album. He worked mainly with jazz musicians since the mid-50s.
Cool.
He and Tom Waits had worked together previously. They were introduced to each other by David Geffen in 1973. And just worked on albums together.
Cool.
Partway through recording, Waits replaced the musicians on the album to get less of a jazz-oriented sound.
Yeah, I can feel how half of the album's very like New Orleans jazz.
Yeah-ish,
and the other half is not at all.
Bones Howe described Waits' style of playing. He said that he would wander in with notes with lyrics written on the paper from like the hotel, as like the hotel's name and stuff.
Yeah.
You have lyrics just written on there. You just sit down at the piano and look at the lyrics and not have the sheet music or anything. That he could just remember what the piano parts were by singing the lyrics. He would do that and record a demo with whoever was in the room, and then bring it to Bones Howe, and he would give him notes on like what to improve or take out of the songs and stuff. Waits' main instrument, if you're a Tom Waits fan, it's piano, but he went from piano to guitar mainly on this album. to change up instruments for it to try to change up the sound a little bit.
So this is the first album that he's playing guitar on, for the most part?
I think, it sounds like he's probably played some guitar on the other albums, but he wanted to mainly be on guitar in this one. But he's got a couple piano ballads on here still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah. You want to just go in? Jump into this one?
Let's go for it. The instrumentation on this song is like godly. It is so good. Beautiful.
It's strings and a little bit of trumpet.
It's amazing. It is the most it is such a Disney sound to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And you haven't seen West Side Story.
I have seen the remake.
Oh, the Steven Spielberg remake?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I haven't seen.
I have not seen the original, but I want, now that, I live in New York now, I want to see it.
Yeah, it's great. I saw the Broadway production go on tour. I saw it.
Is this the original soundtrack to it?
Yeah. This
was literally the West Side Story music?
Yeah, this is somewhere from West Side Story. Yeah.
I love this song.
It's the lyrics are beautiful too.
Yeah.
What does it say? Hold my hand and we're halfway there. Hold my hand and I'll take you there. Now, all right. What do you think of the vocals?
You know how we were talking about how some people just really vibe with Dylan's voice and some people think it's trash?
Yeah.
I just have, it is just not really my speed.
Yeah.
It's adjacent to Louis Armstrong.
Uh-huh.
It's cool. It's just
one of the songs on the album he's even trying to do a Louis kind of thing. But,
which one?
We'll get to it. I have it in my notes, yeah.
I don't think it matches. It doesn't match this song, but later it does.
Yeah.
For this one, I'm just
yeah. And that's where I'm I don't know if it necessarily matches. This is a bold start. For me, I'm kind of fucking try it out, man. Because this also is not an intro song that's necessarily giving you what you're about to, because this album's really jazzy and bluesy and stuff.
Right, and this is such a beautiful classical, Disney Hallmark opening.
Yeah.
I can definitely see how it makes a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it in West Side Story, but as a song on its own, I would listen to it driving at night.
Yeah.
Somewhere,
Somewhere.
What do you think, man?
I said you're either in or you're out right on this first track. Now, I'm in. I'm in. I'm
buckled up. I'm ready.
I'm ready to go. But even the very first line, he goes there's a place for us. He even does his... I'm okay, so he's hitting his S's the way that he does. He's right on the first line. There's a few songs in the album I'm not as into, but this one I am sold on. Because of the passion with which he's singing. I'm really into it.
Yes, it is so clear how much he believes in what he's doing.
Yeah.
That's what has me in. The voice isn't for me, but I can tell how he feels about his own music.
Yeah.
I'm in, dude.
All right.
Nate, what do you think of Red Shoes by the Drugstore?
I think it's dark and seething. Ooh. Avant-garde.
Uh-huh.
It's really the drum. It is really driving.
The bass and drum remind me together. It's very like dark jungle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're a prey running around.
Yeah. And he's singing about a sex worker in the night.
I can't understand a lick of his lyrics at all.
Well, I had to read all the lyrics while I was listening to the album.
Uh-huh.
But
somewhere in there he says Santa Claus is drunk.
Yeah. Yes. I love the lyrics on this, but I do have to like look them up.
Yeah.
He is to music in a way what David Lynch is to film, where he's like popular, but he's so offbeat, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's this isn't one of my favorite songs on the album. But gotta recognize, like,
it's pretty damn good.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
This song is not as much for me, but
it gives me a feeling unlike really any other like music does. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird. The backing instrumentation is just great, dude. It's so great.
Yeah.
He can really write an emotion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So well.
Yeah, because you kind of get that fear at least from this track.
I'm terrified, but I'm into it. Yeah, it's cool. What do we got next? Dude, this is one of my favorite ones on the album.
Oh,
it's so good.
So good.
Christmas Card from a Hooker in Minneapolis.
What a name, too. Okay, the writing of this song is some clever shit. It's like, he's not doing it from far away. It is the emotions that are felt by this woman as she's writing them to Charlie. So you get kind of like a backstory of her life, but it's from her point of view in a letter. That's just so
sick.
It's just so clever because then you can just be right up front with the emotion that's being felt in the song, and he can sing the song from a first person kind of point of view. This is the only song on the album that I knew prior.
What's your relationship to Tom Waits?
My relationship to Tom Waits is that I have listened to Tom Waits on and off throughout the years. His Austin City Limits episode was pretty big. A lot of people know that, and I've watched that, and it's really good. There's this like kind of like shitty Chinese themed karaoke bar in Huntington Beach in California, and we would go there. Me and the bandmates would go there after practice sometimes, and somebody went up and sang this song, and in a normal voice though, they didn't do it Tom Waits style, and everybody in the bar just got quiet, and most people there didn't know the song.
Really?
Yeah, and everybody was just watching this guy just sing this emotional song. And I was just blown away. I was like, I need to know this fucking song now. And just like added it to my giant mega playlist I have and listened to it for weeks.
Did you expect the voice to be like that?
Yeah, because at the end, the credits at the end said Tom Waits, and I was like, oh, I know what I'm in for. But I've never really minded Tom Waits, so yeah. But I love this song.
Dude, that piano that is like the most classic, like, there's something just like timeless about that piano.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's just, you kind of see him up on stage with a spotlight on him. Just smoke coming out of a cigar somewhere. He's just playing and singing.
Yeah. He's singing what he like, that's like his true art coming out of there. There's no like filter on it. There's no like. Yeah. It's just Tom Waits, dude.
I mean, I sure you said this in the album artwork, but like if you look at Tom Waits too, he's just got this look of this like frazzled hair. He's always wearing a hat, and he's just always got this look that I really can see. It just feels very synonymous with playing an emotional piano ballad like this one.
I was in it somewhere, and I was like, Red Shoes is fucking weird. Yeah. I'm even more in now. Like, I'm so like, where is this album gonna go? Yeah. I have, unlike any other album we've done, there's no intro to what's gonna happen. Yeah. What is gonna go?
I have no idea what else we're gonna listen to.
And I'm so excited for whatever the hell's coming up.
The piano like trickles in.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you just hear, Charlie, I'm pregnant.
Yes, I know, dude.
I am so intrigued. Yeah.
He says a lyric in there somewhere, someone stole my record player now. How do you like that? Or something like that. I died laughing, man.
The song ends on, I'll be eligible for parole come Valentine's Day.
Oh, man.
And
the imagery of that right there is incredible.
I'd buy me a used car lot. I wouldn't sell any of them. I just drive a different car every day, depending on how I feel.
That's cool, man.
Yeah. Charlie, I'm pregnant.
Next, we got Romeo's Bleeding, which is a fantastic name for a song. Dude, this song is great. This is my favorite one on the whole album.
Romeo's Bleeding is your favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah,
This is like, it's a slinky beat, dude. It's a stray cat on the beat for some scrap food out in an alley. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, yes. Yes. Oh, and right away, too, it comes in with, what is that, an organ? What are they playing? Yeah, they got the organ and the hand drums right at the beginning, dude. And I'm like, this is swampy, and like, it goes kind of for every song on this album. Smoke-filled room. That's what I'm mentioning.
Yes, dude, yes. A cloud above your head you can't see if you stand up. You got to be sitting down. What is your take on this song? Do you like it?
Oh yeah, it's really. I think it's really creative up front, like everything on this album. So West Side Story, going back to the beginning, right? This actually does relate to the intro to the album. West Side Story is a take on Romeo and Juliet. set in modern times. Yeah, because you got the
I can see
Montagues
that.
and whatever the Montagues and the whoever they are, and you have the Jets and the Sharks.
Right.
And so those are set against each other. So Romeo is related to the whole West Side Story thing. But Romeo stabs a cop and gets shot for doing it. But he keeps his composure. So he's like leaning against his car. He's getting in his car. He's bopping to the stereo and stuff. And blood's filling his shoes. He like says that in the song.
Damn, dude.
And so then that's why there's a lot of Latino sort of phrasing that's put throughout this song. I get it. Because that character is Hispanic and the other people are Hispanic. And so, yeah.
Cool.
So he's putting that in there, which then kind of goes back to his California roots and everything.
Right.
And then the sax cuts in at some point in the song.
Yeah, dude, yes.
Oh, so jazzy.
That completes like the seedy ass 1970s New York alley scene in my mind. That right there.
Right.
And dude, his voice, it reminds me so much of Oogie Boogie from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm sure that they're like, can we get like a Tom Waits kind of thing going here?
Yeah.
$29.
Dude, great bluesy licks.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of the song, man?
Oh, I texted you about this one. When I was listening to the album, I texted you. I was like, have you listened to $29 yet? And you were like, no, not yet. And I was like, I fucking love this song.
It's good, dude.
It's so bluesy.
I know. And again, a smoke-filled room.
A smoke-filled room, dude.
But in the daytime.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
For some reason, you know.
$29 and an alligator puss.
I wrote down almost if Lou Reed / Velvet Underground were from Chicago and they didn't do heroin.
Oh yeah,
that's the the kind of vibe it's giving me. Great guitar solo at the end.
Yes,
he's going like la la la, and at one point he's like goo goo. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, he's just going off.
Yeah, do your thing, man. It's great. It's great.
And then there's a few builds. Dun, 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 29. Every time it does that, I'm kind of headbanging.
It's tasteful. Like, Wrong Side of the Road. I love that name. What do you think, man?
Oh, I was gonna say, what do you think?
Dude, it's great. It gives me that Slinky vibe still.
Okay.
So. It's not a New York Slinky. It's more like maybe like a country small town Slinky.
Yeah.
At nighttime.
Okay.
Like stray animals running around, shit like that.
Wrong Side of the Road.
Yeah, what a great name.
Oh, the
guitar tone is really interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just interesting. I don't know.
What do you think about it?
I like it. It's just knowing that he's like a piano guy now that puts it a little bit more in context for me.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah. Maybe he doesn't know enough to figure out like what kind of tone he wants, so he just picks one and goes with it.
He's like, it's fine with me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine with me.
It's really good.
Dude,
you can do the Waits, I can do the Dylan. Hey Tom, hey, you got a cigarette?
Yeah, bud. Yeah. I got a cigarette.
Pass it on over. It's in my raincoat.
It ain't raining.
Dude, that would be such a great sketch.
Well, I was looking at some of the stuff with Tom Waits early on, and people had compared him to Dylan.
Oh, really?
Earlier in his career, yeah. So
yeah, no one understands what they're saying.
There's some great organ in this song too.
Yes.
The organ keys just kind of like back everything up, and then the sax comes in and just sells the whole song for me. Yeah.
Super jazzy.
The whole, really, I think the point of the song, because it's like Wrong Side of the Road, you know, is like negative connotations, like bad luck and stuff. Yeah. And all the lyrics are really just like imaginatively dark. Yeah. Strangle all the Christmas carols, scratch out all your prayers, wait next to the switchblades at the amusement parks for me, hang all them scarecrows from a sycamore tree. It's
dude, that's great imagery too.
It's great imagery, and it's just really dark the whole time. And I think this song kind of sets out to be really dark. My double-barrel shotgun, a whole box of shells. We'll celebrate the 4th of July. We'll do a Houndfred miles an hour. It's supposed to be 100, but it says Houndfred because I think he just...
Houndfred.
Yeah, spend someone else's dough.
Yeah, what we got next?
Whistling Past the Graveyard. So the chorus on this is just like 3 lines, and it wraps right back into the main riff.
It's kind of like Thin Walls.
Yeah, Thin Walls. Mandy's dreaming.
Listen to us.
The chorus is whistling past the graveyard, stepping on a crack. I'm a mean mother, Hubbard, Papa, one-eyed Jack.
This is the song I could understand the least of the lyrics.
Well, he's kind of throwing them at you faster on this song than any of the others.
I love it.
He's going.
It almost sounds like he's rapping.
Yeah, he's like right on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, he says something, go ask the Prince of Darkness about the smokestacks.
Like, what the fuck kind of...
What are you talking about? What do you think of this song?
Dude, I love it. It's chaotic as hell.
Yeah.
It is so... Dude, you're whistling past the graveyard. In my head, he's driving this car.
Yeah.
And he's looking at you and he's like...
Oh, yeah. No, I can picture him like, he's like, got a cigar. He's like... he's like kind of talking to himself in the middle of the street. And you're like... Maybe I won't. Gosh, Prince Darkness about smokestacks. Might cross the street.
Walk on the other side.
This is like a Disney villain's theme song when they're like walking around in their lair,
Oh my god, like the intro of the villain.
Or like when the hero arrives there. Yeah, and they're putting their arm around the hero's shoulder.
Okay. Kind of like how Hades is talking to Hercules or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, something like that.
Shit like that. Yeah, great song, dude.
Yeah, it just rolls right along. It's not very long either. It's like 3 minutes.
Ow! Or whatever he does at the beginning.
Yeah. So, from what I found, the next one is like a fan favorite.
Kentucky Avenue?
Yeah. How does his voice survive a show? When I listened...
I don't know.
Granted, I thought he had more of a normal voice. Listening to his NPR interview, he does have like a really gravelly voice.
Just the cigarettes, man.
Them cigarettes.
Is this the Louis Armstrong song we were talking about earlier?
This might have been the one.
I love this song, man. I used to live in Kentucky. I moved to New York from Kentucky.
Right.
This feels like a nice, like, Kentucky, like, rolling countryside.
Do you get a feel kind of for Kentucky in this song?
Yeah, I do, actually. Yeah. I know it's not about Kentucky. It's about Kentucky Avenue, probably in California or something. But still, it is a very, like, gentle song, and Kentucky is a gentle, it's a gentle landscape.
Yeah. Okay.
I fucking love this song. I also wrote down, he could put out an entire album of piano playing only, and it would be a incredible soundtrack.
Oh my god, it would be amazing.
Oh, dude, he is so talented at songwriting and instrumentation and all that. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, it sounds great. This is the one, like, researching this album that a lot of just people online just randomly are like, Kentucky Avenue, my favorite song on the album.
The strings are killer too.
Yeah, they are.
What do you think of this song?
It's great. This is also, I do think it's fantastic. It's another just one of those piano ballads that he's putting out.
Yeah.
It's his most autobiographical song that he has on the album.
Wow.
He sings about his neighbors with shotguns out their window. This is like shit from his childhood.
Wow.
And there's like a kid with polio who's stuck in a wheelchair for his whole life and burning houses in the neighborhood.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, but the piano is just beautiful in this song, like you were saying.
Yeah, it's like his childhood is like sounds like it's kind of
fucked up.
Yeah, it's like a wreck. It's kind of dark, but you put that against like the most soft piano piece.
Yeah, and then you're like, I feel kind of that pain that you felt.
Yeah, exactly. Sweet Little Bullet from a Pretty Blue Gun.
What a great song name.
I was thinking the same.
Great title.
Oh, it's so rhythmic too. What do you think of this song?
It's really just like kind of snappy, swampy.
You said swampy quite a few times.
Yeah, I've said swampy quite a few times. This, just specifically like this song and it sounds, we've already gotten a few times on the album at this point.
It's that slinky beat.
Yeah. So I don't know how much we need it, but it's a good song. I still think this is a really well done song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gives me the imagery of like like those old crime movies in the 70s.
I said, it feels like a haunting description of a dark noir set in a dreary city.
Yes.
Yeah.
A cop walking around on the beat, for some trouble. He's lonely, he's bored as fuck.
Yeah.
But then he sees something.
That's sort of like the descriptor of the whole song, too. Like, the lyrics are really capturing that feel, too.
Cool.
It's raining, it's pouring, and Hollywood's just fine. Swindle a little girl out of her dreams, now let her in the sign. Ooh, last song on the album.
There's an S at the end.
Blue Valentines. What a great...
The closer. Yes.
Great closing track. Yeah.
Soft guitar and singing.
It's a lot of stuff we listen to. They end it even because he already had a couple piano ballads on here, and he still ends this really soft and sweet.
Yes, I've been waiting the whole entire album for a guitar forward song, and I finally get it at the end. Yeah, this is my second favorite. So good, dude.
Oh, really?
So good,
it's a great
man.
Song. Yeah, nice soft guitar.
Yeah,
his vocals get a little softer on this song too.
Dude, I think the guitar brings them. They're talking to each other so perfectly. Yeah. This is such a great song to end this record.
Heartbroken lyrics, dude. You know, she sends him blue Valentines. It starts off with that, and then it just keeps going with what was one of the other ones? I can never wash the guilt or get the bloodstains off my hands. It takes a lot of whiskey to make these nightmares go away, and I cut my bleeding heart out every night. Dude, he's got such good lyrics.
I know. It's just disguised by his singing style. So
yeah. I'm also surprised he doesn't feel any pressure to build more instruments into this song.
Right. It is just so simple.
Yeah. And then it ends.
Stays where it is.
That's the end of the album. It's a great outro.
It is. Would you buy it on vinyl?
I would. I would buy this on vinyl. There's a few songs I'm not really into right now, and yet because I've listened to this 4 times now, 5 times building up to recording this. And even those are growing on me every time. Yeah. And I'm like, I think if I had this on vinyl, I'd fucking love it.
Cool.
Would you buy a vinyl?
No.
Yeah, I knew
CD? That. Yeah,
you can get the CD.
$5 CD. Oh, if you had to cover a Tom Waits song with Mandy's Dreaming, which one would it be? Off this album.
Off of this album?
Yeah.
Maybe $29.
Yeah.
What would you cover?
Oh, man. I would. Romeo is Bleeding. Come on.
Oh, Romeo is Bleeding would be a pretty good one, too.
Yeah, that would be so good.
They're just... These songs are so wordy, it's hard to... if you're going to put your spin on it and keep all the lyrics in, you're going to have to, work for that, yeah.
Dude, this is a great pick. Listening is something I probably never would have ventured out to listen to, ever.
This has been on my radar for so long, and I'm like, finally, I have an excuse. I need to sit down and read this. Read that, well... Subconsciously, I need to be reading a lot of books right now. I think that's what... His next album is Heart Attack and Vine. Okay. And he follows it up with...
What number is this album?
It's his 6th studio album.
Okay.
Yeah. He follows it up with Heart Attack and Vine. He goes on tour for Blue Valentine. He assembles a new band and then has a gas station built on stage for his performances.
That is so badass, dude.
He messes with a lot of props and stuff during his shows.
Cool. Mina is super into that.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. That's right, because she built the giant...
the TV screen thing.
I know, we could have...
Dude, I'm trying. It'd be cool. Something different.
Leon Redbone supported him on tour. This album comes out... Doesn't chart. None of his albums have really charted. Even Rain Dogs is kind of his most popular album. I don't think that ever charted either. But for the week of April 8th, 1978, top 10. Styx with The Grand Illusion.
Wow.
Jefferson Starship, Earth. Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. You got Kansas, Point of No Return. George Benson with Weekend in L.A. Steely Dan with It's Aha or Aja. I still to this day don't know. Aja? Yeah. Jesus Christ, I've been saying it wrong for years. No wonder I have no friends.
Aja is so good, man.
Billy Joel's The Stranger.
Cool.
Which is top 10 albums for me. I love that album. Barry Manilow with Even Now. Wow, Barry Manilow. Eric Clapton's Slow Hand. And number 1, and it's been on the charts for 33 weeks now, Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. Pretty good soundtrack. You want to tackle the next one?
Let's do it. So, all right, up next we have Les Paul and his trio, Galloping Guitars.
Galloping Guitars. An album that nobody talks about. This was one of the hardest albums to research.
There is nothing out there. It's really sad because it is killer.
It is.
It's in my top 10 best albums of all time.
Yeah? Oh, dude.
Yes, it is so good, man. It is Les Paul in the early 50s. He is slinging it.
Yeah.
Listen, so I already told Nate this off mic earlier, but I wrote on the top of my notes in all caps, I can talk about this man for hours, so stay brief and on topic, JR.
Hey, I got a lot of notes on too, so we might, I mean, honestly, because the album's so short, it's only fair we talk about him.
That's true. Les Paul, honestly, one of the most prolific people in music ever.
I do know where he was born.
Tell me.
Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Yes.
1915.
Yes.
Yeah.
And out in the middle of goddamn nowhere. You know what he did with all his time? He tinkered. He made a lot of stuff.
He made a lot of stuff.
He's a prolific inventor. He not only was a pioneer in the solid body guitar in the form of the log.
Yeah.
He did not invent the Les Paul guitar that was influenced by the log, which was created. Gibson created the Les Paul.
Yeah.
After seeing the log.
Yeah.
But they didn't do anything until seeing the Stratocaster get bumped up in sales.
What's the log?
The log is literally, if you have an electric guitar and you cut off all the wood and make the whole guitar the same width as the fretboard.
Yeah.
So it's like a very long like paddle, essentially, right?
Yeah.
It only contains the pickups and the tuning pegs, right? Like from top to bottom.
Very simple, stripped down design.
That's all you need.
He is somebody who, reading about him, I'm like, this guy, people throw around the word genius a little too much, but he was a genius.
He invented multi-track recording. Yeah. He was an early pioneer of tape delay, overdubbing, phasing. This is like some of the most used stuff in rock and roll music.
You know what he was doing at age 8? When he was 8 years old? He was punching holes in his mom's piano rolls to create new sounds on the player piano.
Oh, I was going to say something else.
What?
That's insane. I didn't know that.
So he was creating new songs to have the player piano do. So, and then he would bandage over them with Band-Aids if he wanted to like change it.
Oh my god. That's genius. That is literal genius. At the same time, at 8 years old, he invented a neck-worn harmonica holder. Not only is it the harmonica holder that Bob Dylan plays, right? It allows you to play both sides of the harmonica hands-free while performing on the banjo and the guitar.
Yeah.
At 8 years old, while punching holes in his mama's player piano. He invented popular music. Come on.
I was watching an interview with him way later in his life, and he was talking about how there were some people who he would meet throughout his career who had to really get it straight that he wasn't just a guitar player, and he wasn't just a guy who invented new sounds. He was both. He was like an incredible guitar player. Mm-hmm. Like this is like Rupert Neve, who invented the Neve board that like a lot of people use for recording. It's like, it's like regarded as one of the greatest recording soundboards of all time. It's like if Rupert Neve was also an incredible musician on top of it. Like he could also use that board to record himself playing, which he can't, by the way. But which doesn't take away from his achievements. But Les Paul not only pioneered creating new guitars with a brand new sonic sound, he also played better than anybody else around him.
When he was 13 years old, he was a semi-professional country music singer, guitar player, and harmonica player local to Wisconsin. And when he was playing country, what name was he going by?
The first name that I know that he was trying out, at least, was Red Hot Red.
He would do Red Hot Red.
Yeah.
And he'd also do Rhubarb Red.
Right. Rhubarb Red, he did a little later. Yeah.
So cool, man.
And around the same age, too, he made a crude microphone out of telephone parts and jammed a phonograph needle into his guitar for amplification.
When no one else was doing anything like that.
No. Nobody was thinking about this stuff. He built a recording machine out of multiple parts, including dental belts and a Cadillac flywheel.
What the hell is flywheel?
I don't know.
How cool is that? Oh man, he is just dude.
And then what? And then his taste changes as he's growing older.
Kind of.
Yeah.
He just like dapples in different music, right?
Right.
So his trio, okay.
Well, before the so he changed his name to Rhubarb Red when he moves to Chicago.
He dropped out of high school
to do jazz.
To move to Chicago. So he drops. Dude, a genius is. I'm done with school. I'm dropping out of school to go to Chicago in 1934. While he was living in Chicago, during the day, he played country on the radio as Rhubarb Red. At night, he was Les Paul, playing jazz.
Playing jazz with Louis Armstrong and Art Tatum.
So, dude.
Amongst other people.
So cool.
So going into the album, though, were you able to find out where they recorded it?
No, dude.
It's under Decca, which he seems to have done a lot of stuff with Decca. But he had his show. So you know about his TV show that he had?
It was him and Mary Ford.
Yeah.
So and they were like, having an affair at the time.
Yeah. But then they moved to New Jersey together.
Right. So they were
doing
doing a lot of recording in New York, in the city.
Right.
So.
But then, Listerine built them a house.
Listerine?
Yeah, Listerine. Because Listerine they were the people who funded the show. So they built them a house in New Jersey to record their show at. And
that house, that was one of the first home recording studios ever. And
he invented the 8-track recording machine there. Sounds like they could have recorded the whole album at their house if they wanted to.
I honestly think I bet you they recorded the piano, bass, and drums in the city, and then he comes home and overdubs all his guitar.
Sure.
I bet you that's exactly what he did, because he wanted it just so,
Yeah.
Let's talk about his trio, right? So This is crazy. The rhythm guitar player is Jim Atkins, older stepbrother of Chet Atkins, who is from about 30 minutes where I'm from, in East Tennessee.
God damn, talented family.
Bassist / percussionist Ernie Darius Newton.
Okay.
Just shouting out, these legendary people. Mary Ford does not participate with the trio. She is just as important and prolific as him.
Yeah.
Just a little overshadowed and not really treated super good by him. There's only one album before this one. It's Hawaiian Paradise. Also on Decca Records. Came out in 1949. You're right. Yeah, it's a little LP. There's only 6 songs. Side A has 3. Side B has 3.
All right. What's the first song?
It's a cover.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Blue Skies.
Blue Skies. Written by Irving Berlin in 1926.
Oh.
It is so old.
Okay.
It might as well be his song because it's so well done.
Yeah.
It starts off really slow,
and
you just get punched in the face with this extremely fast
I know
guitar.
when it comes in.
His fingers are faster than lightning.
Yeah.
No one else has ever heard playing like this before. This is new.
Right. This is all
this is brand new.
Brand new and original.
Hence his new sound in his solo endeavors.
You can off the bat for the album, you're hearing that grainy recording sound,
I love that so much. I love the imperfections that people try to get rid of these days.
Yeah.
Right. It's just
it sounds great.
Yeah.
And then the song does, like you were saying,
does.
it just pops off at some point and it just goes for it.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, it sounds fantastic.
It's very fast.
Dark Eyes?
Hence the term galloping guitars.
Right.
He's literally got
That's crazy.
Dude, yes.
Can you do that?
No, man. No. The only other person, Eddie Van Halen or Yngwie Malmsteen, however you say his name.
Yeah.
Maybe those guys. Dude.
Yeah.
And think about it too. There's 0 distortion on his guitar. There's no covering up your mistakes.
It's all on him.
It is literally what you're hearing is he's just doing it.
Oh, and
wow, dude.
Marty McFly can also do that on guitar.
Get out of here. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I got so excited you were about to bring someone up.
Marty McFly. The inventor of rock and roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's sort of a piano versus guitar.
Yeah, they're talking
on the song.
They're talking back and forth very quickly.
Yeah, they blend together for a little bit, and then they kind of separate again and battle, and they come back together.
Yeah, they're just like little flies flying around you.
Yeah.
The piano player he doesn't match him, Les Paul, in skill, but he comes pretty close.
Yeah,
he's a really good piano player.
Yeah,
Paul Smith plays piano.
Steel Guitar Rag.
What are your thoughts?
I think this is my favorite one on the
It's my least favorite one.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man. It's still so good, though. Very melodic.
I think that the main riff is just such a catchy kind of hook for me that I'm like just snap my fingers along to it, having a good time.
And it's cool. He's just playing a steel strum guitar.
Yeah,
playing a little
steel guitar
rag on
a little
it.
steel guitar rag.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Chili's favorite, but I mean,
it's still a masterpiece of a song.
Yeah. I like how the drums just kind of are there for rhythm.
Yeah, they have a really nice texture as well.
Yeah. It's not doing too much there, but it's like right there.
Just enough.
Holding with it.
And we flip to side B. It's it's fantastic. Guitar boogie.
Guitar boogie, dude. You know what my first note on the song was? It was yum.
Why did you put yum?
It's tasty.
It is. It's a true boogie.
Tasty.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
It's flying up and down.
Yeah.
Just all over the fretboard.
It sounds effortless.
Yes.
Like he's just moving his fingers up and down and it's just making this beautiful noise.
Yeah. This guy is blessed.
Dude, beyond. He is God.
Yeah, he is the musical genius. And this is another one that I think just has a great small hook somewhere in there, you know. Mm-hmm. It sounds wonderful.
It's so good.
How do you pronounce the next one? How do you pronounce the
Begin the Begin?
The Begin. Okay.
This is in my top 10 favorite songs of all time. It is a masterpiece. Wow. Every little piece of empty space is so tastefully filled. Yeah. From the moment he starts playing, the piano player jumps forward. He has the most tasteful little chords that he just pops in there in the background. And the melody, dude.
It's got like a patient kind of intro before it really goes into the whole song. Feels like the soundtrack to some guy who just has an upbeat life in a Pixar movie. And then
it kind of does.
On this one too, the drums just kind of keep the rhythm. It's kind of like just the hi-hat just going.
Yeah, it's serving the song.
There's even a time when the hi-hat sort of like drops out and just continues, and it works fine. The guitar and piano just have like this nice gentle interplay on this, where like one's gonna fill the sound when the other one leaves it, sort of. Yeah, it's all working in tandem on this song.
They're like one organism, but they're just different parts just interacting.
Yeah.
And our last one,
Dream Dust.
Dream Dust. What a name, too.
Great name, too.
What do you think?
Oh, yeah. The guitar sounds great. It's like this sort of like lazy, laid-back guitar a little bit.
Yeah.
Sort of reminds me of like flamenco guitar a little bit, too. Mm-hmm. But it's got a feel that none of the other songs have. Yeah. And it's sort of, in that same vein, ending the album on sort of like a gentler kind of track. Mm-hmm. But I think really specifically in the sound of the guitar. I love that kind of guitar feel.
The tone, man. You can adjust your setup, man. And he's adjusted it in such a way where it has that like really beautiful... it's just a beautiful sound. Yeah. It sounds great. It's just a great outro song. It's perfect, dude. It fits the name.
This could also be my favorite song.
Dude, so good. It's so good. We didn't ask, what's your relationship to Les Paul?
Just listening to Les Paul every now and again. And I had a book for years. Mm-hmm. It was like Gibson versus Les Paul or whatever. I can't remember what. And I never read it. Oh. And then I had to sell it. So pretty much no relationship there. No, but what's yours?
Man, when I was a kid, I remember the Gibson Les Paul guitar is like the top dog. And I never had one, but yeah, dude, I just like, it's like, who's Les Paul? And I just looked him up. And then I just started hearing like, dude, this sounds like Eddie Van Halen without distortion. Yeah. It is. Right. And they were actually friends. They were good buddies.
Oh, really? Yeah, because he lived a long time. Mm-hmm. He lived...
Yeah, he was playing shows in New York City until he died.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I was watching some of the older interviews with him, but then he passed away.
I know.
But you can only grow so old. I mean, if he was alive today, he'd be 110. You know?
Dude, he's immortalized in his music and that headstock.
He's one of those names that, like, guitarists, if you, like, go to a bar, and someone's like, I love Megadeth. And there's somebody else like, I love Sum 41, and then you're like, Les Paul. And they go like, well, of course, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Dude, just like Tom Waits, he's a musician's musician.
He is. Yeah. He is. Yeah, you're not going to hear much Les Paul stuff. But I think it's a lot of people still, like kind of like Hendrix in a way too, where people are like, you can't say that he's a bad guitarist.
It's one of the best, dude. This is one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, glad you enjoy it so much. Would you would own this on vinyl?
Yes, I'm desperately searching. If you have it, please send it to me.
This album is nowhere.
Would you?
Yeah. I know.
Cool.
The other thing is that it's like it's kind of a harmless album to have too. Like you put this on, and it's not even gonna even if somebody at the party goes, "What is this?" It's gonna be done in 10 minutes, man.
And you can be like, "Hey, that guitar everyone has? That's the guy who pretty much kind of made that,
right?"
Just to easily explain it to him.
So in '51, though, "How High the Moon" came out. That was the same year as this, so that was what I used to track this chart-wise.
Dude, that song, "How High the Moon," was one of the most
and that was one that I listened to, and I was like, "Oh, I know this."
Yeah, it's so good, dude.
But so I just went off of the singles chart for "How High the Moon" because that was the best I could find. So if you want to just go off of that,
that's perfect.
Yeah. So that was it was at number 3. Came out at number 3. Number 10 was "Tennessee Waltz" by Patti Page.
Wow, that's such a good song.
I know, and it's been covered like a million times.
Him and Mary Ford do it too.
Yeah, see, it's a classic that everybody does.
I'm from Tennessee.
"Loveliest Night of the Year" by Mario Lanza. "If" by Perry Como is number 8. "Cold Cold Heart" by Tony Bennett.
Wow.
Yeah. "On Top of Old Smoky" by The Weavers is at number 6.
So good.
"Be My Love" by Mario Lanza. He's in the top 10 twice. "Come On at My House" by Rosemary Clooney, George Clooney's aunt.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah, she was a famous jazz singer.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. "How High the Moon" is at number 3. "Because of You" by Tony Bennett is number 2.
Great
Another
song.
person's on there twice. "Too Young" by Nat King Cole is at number 1.
Of course, dude.
Yeah.
Great album.
Great album.
Shit.
Yeah.
Glad you liked it, man.
These were both really good albums.
I know.
Are these albums in conversation with each other at all? I think because of the guitar and piano, there's a little something there. I think if you enjoy that Tom Waits album, there's no way you don't enjoy the Les Paul album.
But if you like the Les Paul album,
I understand if you don't like the Tom Waits
you might not like Tom Waits.
Yeah.
But they're both musicians. Like if you go out and you sample a crowd, Les Paul, Tom Waits, people are probably not going to know either of those names.
Right.
At this day and age.
Paul.
Hey, Tom Waits, how you doing?
Dream Dust. Yeah, I watched some of those.
Dude, he was a performer.
Those Les Paul interviews and stuff. And
he's
a
performer, man.
Small dude.
He's tiny.
Yeah.
He's tiny. He does not look like a rock star guitar player.
No.
But him and Mary would do like these bits on stage.
Yeah.
I'll send you a video. They're hilarious, man.
I watched a few things with them, so I might have seen a couple.
Like where they're standing right next to each other and they like knock the guitar and bend.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's great.
Yeah. They were masters at their craft.
Wait, but what is next week?
She and him and Radiohead next week. It's gonna be good shit.
That's gonna be good shit.
Listen or else.
Yeah. All right, we got some dumplings waiting for us. So we gotta go.
No. Keep that last part in, please.
Yeah.